The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 40, Chapter 90. Fucking Volume 4! Volume 4, Chapter 90. The Significance of Personnel Exchange. The next day, returning to the hotel yesterday, I entered the hot spring and took a rest. Entering the Japanese-style hot spring that Shadow talked about, little by little I feel that my body is getting lighter. It was a mix between Chinese and Japanese, though. There's paper umbrellas and a kaminarimon. The paper sliding doors and various other things are Chinese-styled. It feels like a Japanese bath made by a foreigner. I have no complaints, though. I'm just interested in what kind of country the East is, regardless of if they are good or bad. What is good, what is bad? Then I'm off. Take care. I think it was Ren today. I hope it's not a repeat of Moriyasu. Be careful, though. I cannot deny the possibility of him being a pervert. There are cases where those who act cool would turn around and chase after girls. They will not help guys and only help women. I mean, I don't really know anything about that guy. At least, when he hurts someone else, he obediently listened to the story. To me, Ren just seems like a cool juvenile boy who is self-proclaimed ally of justice. Okay, have a nice day! On the way to the room of Ren's companions. This is unproductive. I voiced my dissatisfaction about the staff exchange to Shadow. I understand the Queen's idea, but the stress doesn't go away. I see, Degozeruna. Why the Queen suggested the staff exchange, Degozeruka. There should have been no problems until now. I thought this would be fine, too, Degozeruka. You still don't understand, even after following the Queen for so long. Well, after thinking about it, there are some things that I do agree with. What are they, Degozeru? Do you guys make backups for the information collected? Seems you already understand, Degozeruna. Because it's that Queen, it would be possible to think about with a little consideration. There's a limit to objective observations. You can certainly try to explain the behaviors of the other heroes, but you cannot explain it to someone like Raftalia. It is difficult to distinguish the real information from all the miscellaneous information. Let's assume you collected information on all the heroes. However, you guys are forgetting something important. How are you supposed to understand the secret to a hero's strength? Where are you supposed to find weapons that can absorb any materials? I mean, in the middle of that, how do you understand the difference from me? There are multiple shadows, and the same one might not be watching. The result is, different information collected becomes messy. If it is reported by letter, the contents of the investigation on the objective would not be conveyed properly without voice. It's something that cannot be understood by someone who doesn't hold the hero's weapon. It won't work unless asked directly from, and in this information exchange. It also serves as a backup for that purpose. Considering their habit to hide themselves, it is also likely that lies will be told. There's no choice, it's my special thing, and then hide it. Of course, they would not talk easily, so there is no choice but to examine ourselves. It can't be helped, Dekozeru. This is exclusively for the Hero of the Shield Dono. It also hasn't been long since I worked with the Hero of the Shield Dono, Degozayue. Can't be helped. If this could be finished in a day, it wouldn't be so difficult. Besides, this is also important. The hero's companions will be easily dyed with their standard of values. In fact, Raftalia objects against Moriyasu's policies. I think Moriyasu's companions also feel the same about me. However, if a personnel exchange is done, then our perspectives should broaden a little. Perspectives, right. It also serves a chance for the ones who are used to the princess treatment to experience battles with the other heroes. Bitch is not worth explaining. Woman 1 kept calm, and she was able to broaden her view, and Woman 2 just looks at me like an abnormal person. However, when fighting with Ren and Itsuki, they should more or less understand. It seems that fighting alongside Bitch, if you don't understand her, then you'll risk death. I'll just complain up till here. It would have been better if I could just watch the other heroes and their companions during a crisis. A crisis, Degozeruka? Being with the Hero Dono means always being side by side with danger, Degozeruka. It's the opposite. The whole world knows heroes are good. In short, do not approach enemies stronger than yourself. I see, there are such thoughts too, Degozeruka. Usually their levels are steadily rising, and the sense of crisis is always insufficient. It feels like a game to the heroes, only fighting enemies that you can beat, any sense of urgency disappears. The companions might even be under the illusion that they are part of the privileged class themselves. As long as they claim they are a hero's companion, they will receive preferential treatment. Of course, being with a hero is not perfect. There will at least be a few times where it is truly dangerous. Even if those fellows survive from luck, they would still be relieved along with the hero. because all three heroes are confident in themselves. In the first place, those in Moriyasu's party had a sense of impending crisis started falling out. Afterwards, it might be difficult for hero companions to understand since they watch the heroes every day. They would only notice a small difference. Besides, there are also friendships being cultivated. I'll accept it, Dokozaru. If any disturbances occur, they will be stopped, Dokozaru. Looking at Melromark from the world's standpoint, it should be obvious they want to get along with the heroes. Internal discord among companions did not occur after the loss of the wave, though they are on bad terms with each other. I don't really want to make friends, but I understand that cooperating is necessary. If it was just us, we couldn't have beaten the Pope. From now on, cooperation will be important. Even after this island event is over, and we get dispatched to some foreign country, it doesn't change the fact that we still be acting together during the waves. However, the opportunity to talk is decreasing quickly. I welcome it, but if I am selfish, it would be impossible to fight against the wave and glass. Even though I hate those guys, since we belong to the same side, there is a need to cooperate. Come to think of it, how do we participate in the waves all over the world? Does the wave only concentrate on Melromark's vicinity, since that is where the heroes were summoned? That's something I have to ask the Queen. Perhaps after the personnel exchange, Shadow will report the investigation results. Or is there no intention of that due to the habit of hiding things from the heroes? If anything, at least this time there is a mutual understanding with the other heroes about the companions. The heroes are introduced to skillful people. That, or they heard something about their companions, resulting in a lack of trust. Huh? That fellow. I cannot hear or see anything even when looking up. It is too early to jump to conclusions. Well, it could simply be about recruitment. That bastard Moriyasu solicited my companions. The possibility of Ren and Tsuki also soliciting is not zero. It's actually rather high. If they like it, they just raise one yourself. Do demi-humans and demons become stronger there? Just a feeling that I have. However, there's a big contradiction when it comes to this theory. They are not supposed to be strong. That means the games those fellows played did not have any demi-humans or demons that become strong. I wonder about that. That, or it was never tried. Is this strength from improving themselves? I don't know. What can I say? It feels like the Queen's goal is to raise all the heroes. There seems to be some intention to treat me favorably, but it will be awkward from the worldwide standpoint if the other heroes are weak. Was it just a compromised plan? Rather than examining only the shadows, I should check ourselves to be certain. If it's not one or the other... At first glance, this personnel exchange seems useless, but it might be a decoy in order to collect information easier, gathering the heroes in the pretext of the island being active. Am I overinterpreting? If I am overinterpreting, let's just assume that Ren and Itsuki's actions are based on this. If nothing happens, it wouldn't be troublesome, but it would be a large loss if anything happens. This is the room where the hero of the sword's companions are staying, Dekozaru. While I was deep in thought, I arrived in front of the room where Ren's companions are. Right. I nod and knock on the door. Go ahead. This time, a proper reply comes. Big difference from Moriyasu's place. I open the door and step inside. Welcome, Hero of the Shield-sama. Sure. Compared to last time, it is somewhat of a disappointment. Ren's companions number 4 people. One more than Moriyasu. However, it's still decreased by 1 from the 5 in the beginning. It is reasonable to assume that some members were replaced. Though I'm sure you already know, I'm the hero of the shield, Iwatani Naofumi. We will be working together for today and tomorrow during the staff exchange. In addition, 3 of the people I saw on the first day, is one of them a new addition? My best regards, hero of the shield-sama. Yeah, all the members are polite. But these fellows, all of them went to Ren instead of being my companions. I will not forget that. I cannot be careless and let my guard down. I apologize for that time. A man who looks like the representative. Is he a soldier? He bows to me. Anyway, the king of Melramar criticized the hero of the Shield-sama and spoke of how he would treat his companions. The other guys lowered their head to match the representative. Though such are the circumstances, so please instruct us well in these 2 days. Understood. When the partner is strangely polite, it's a little disappointing. The experience up until now leads me to suspect that there may be something going on behind me. Shall we leave immediately? Sure. It's still too early to say. Since Moriyasu's party was like that, I appreciate the quickness, though. So, where would be a good place to raise our levels? A magician-like fellow behind me asks naturally. Yes? He just doesn't know. Whatever. He's got an alright party. They're cool people or whatever. Yay. Of course, we're not going to learn any of their names ever. And that's... it's great, actually. It's fun. I like him. I like Naofumi, how he just does that. Just doesn't give a shit about anybody.